Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I've spent the last week or so leveling my Void Elf Monk for the Heritage Armour, and I thought that today we could talk a little bit about my experiences, my opinion on the new level scaling, etc, and just things that I just think about talking about, just rambling. There's no script in this, so I'm just gonna ramble. Hopefully this won't be too long, like this video won't be too long, so we can just start. So I approximately spent 24 hours leveling my monk up. I've heard that you can level it a lot quicker. I don't know, I might just be slow. I've leveled up so many characters over the years that I did take a lot of breaks, and I wanted to give up probably 100 times, probably twice per level. I wanted to just give up, but it was super worth it in the end because the heritage armor looks absolutely sick. The Wowhead model viewer and everything, every picture I've seen does not do this armor or this transmog justice. It is absolutely fabulous, and I do not regret spending this much time on this character. Also to mention is that I've never played a monk before, that's why I chose a monk. And it was probably one of the easier classes I've actually leveled up. Anyways, I'm gonna start quickly a bit with how I leveled. So obviously as an allied race, you start at level 20, and then I started off with wetlands. I finished wetlands, and it was pretty quick and easy, and then I moved over to the hinterlands and Arathi and western plaguelands, I'm pretty sure. It was a bit in like the northern region of Eastern Kingdoms. Anyways, after I was sort of halfway done through Western Plaguelands, I was like, you know what, I have Lore Master Western Plaguelands, so I'm gonna move over to Kalimdor to finish leveling to level 60, I think, in Kalimdor, because I do not have Lore Master there, and I wanted to use this as an opportunity to get some achievements done. So definitely do that, but it did make me level a little bit slower because I didn't know the zones. So in Kalimdor I leveled in Faralas and Darkshore. Darkshore was really easy. It's almost like a starting zone, I feel like, because like Night Elves go directly there. So it was really quick and easy. Everything just moved slowly down the map, which is, it's usually how it is anyways, but there's not a lot of like mountains or anything. It's pretty much just a straight path. Went super quick, and I'm really happy that I chose Darkshore. But Faralas, oh my god. I have heard so many great things about Faralas in terms of story and stuff like that, but oh my god, without flying, I swear to god, I wanted to just sink into a hole, because it was so horrible with the amount of like one quest down here and you have to go all the way up there and then back to deliver it, and then you have to go back again where you did the quest and then back again, and it just repeats like that, and it's just too much. There's too much just moving around without actually doing anything, and I did not like that. It's a good zone, and I like the quest, I like the storyline behind Faralas, but I do not recommend doing Faralas as one of your allied race quest zones. You should rather just go to like Ungoro Crater or something like that. So if I could change, I would go to Ungoro and Darkshore. Ungoro and Darkshore. So yeah, anyways, I got to level 60. I chose to go straight to Northrend, which I actually regret. Hear me out, okay, Northrend is a great zone, but it's absolutely horrible at the same time. So I did I completely stayed out of Outland because I just absolutely hate Outland questing. I've just done it so many times. I've had so many characters up to like level 70, which has leveled through Outland, and I just wanted to avoid it because both Outland and Northrend is 60 to 80. So I just decided to stay in Northrend. So I did Howling Fjord, Grizzly Hills, Shalazar, and Storm Peaks, and a little bit of Soldrak. And it was just, oh, it was so painful. I swear Northrend, or I swear like between level 60 and 80, it's so dragged out. It's probably the longest time I spent questing or leveling between 60 and 80. I swear that 20 to 60 was shorter than 60 to 80. And then 80 to 110 was just so quick. Just super quick. So yeah, I think I did... I almost finished 4 zones in Northrend for 10 levels, and as a monk you have the experience bonus, daily experience bonus up until level 85 I think, so I had that as well, and I had it stacked up over several hours, and still it was so slow. One thing I would probably change if I could have would be to go healer or a tank, because leveling through Northrend or Outland is so much quicker if you do spam dungeons. I swear like one dungeon gave me 50% XP. Also, I forgot to say, but from like between 55 to 60, I was doing Blackrock Debts spam farming, which is like, oh, I don't know the name, but I'll show it on the video. Where you take the mole machine and then you just do the last boss there, and it was like 30% XP every like 4 minutes at that point, so it went really quick. So I did sort of cheat. I didn't really like level through with zones at all times. But that made it a lot easier as well, because I had a friend who was tanking, so it was really quick and easy. Anyways, I don't want to talk more about Northrend because it was just horrible. It was a horrible experience. I wanted to just quit. And actually, I'm going to mention one thing, is that the level scaling is good. It's nice being able to do a dungeon and not be out-leveled, not have out-leveled the zone. But one thing that they need to fix is that some quest bosses, like quest elites, are too overtuned. There were a few mobs in Northrend that seriously one-shotted me. It was like, these are not quests that you're supposed to be more people on, like a 3-player quest or something like that. This was legit just go kill this harpy in Northrend and she will one-shot you. I swear to God. So I did need some help from outsiders from time to time. That was one annoying thing, but obviously the more comfortable I got as a monk, the easier was to sort of work my way through this situation with overtuned quest elites. So anyways, when I hit 80, I was so happy because I could finally go to Pandaria. So between 80 and 90, you go to either Pandaria or to Cataclysm Zones. I've done Cataclysm Zones so many times. I have done Pandaria Zones anyways, but Pandaria is amazing to level in. I got from 90 to 97, I think, doing just Jade Forest, and then I did Kunlai until I got to 90. So 80 to 90 in Jade Forest and a little bit of Kunlai. That one's really quick. I think I spent 5 hours altogether just getting from 80 to 90, and then obviously from 90, it's only Warlords of Draenor zones, but luckily for me, the zones there are really good, so I just did like 50% the questing in Shadowmoon Valley, and then I just did all of the bonus objectives and picking up the treasures that I could, and I easily got to, I think it was 98 and 50% XP. So that's when I decided to go to Legion. I actually excluded the Nagrand bonus objectives in Warlords because I just wanted to get my artifact weapon and start Legion. Lucky for me, the moment I got my artifact weapons on my monk, there was an invasion up in Val'sharah. So that put me up to level 100 right after I had gotten my artifact. So I did Val'sharah, I did Stormheim, and I did almost all of High Mountain, and then one more invasion, and then I was 110. So it was really quick and easy, especially the 80 to 110 probably took me 12 hours altogether, from 80 to 110, something like that. So half the time I spent leveling was less than half, actually. I don't know how long I spent, but it doesn't really matter. It wasn't that far. People kept telling me how quick I leveled, so I'll just take that as a compliment, because I literally had no life for a few days. I went to work, got home, leveled, went to sleep, repeat. So I have so far really enjoyed questing. I've enjoyed leveling her up more than I haven't enjoyed it. It sort of gave me this like nostalgic feeling, because usually you just boost your characters. But it was worth it. It was fun. I just watched Netflix and just went with the zones that I wanted to do. Obviously, if I'm gonna give any recommendations based on my experiences doing this, is that choose the small zones. I know that vanilla zones are a bit like meh, because even though they're small, they can still be really, like, the quests can be really scattered, which is not a good thing in terms of traveling time. But choose like Dark Shore, Angora Crater, even Tanaris is pretty good. And on and stay away from Stranglethorn, because I went to Stranglethorn for a little bit and did some questing there, but there's so much ganking going on there, there's so much PvP, and it wasted so much of my time and of my bonus experience buff that I just decided to leave. I'd rather, like, there's less ganking going on the Horde side of Azeroth than there is in Stranglethorn. So just avoid Stranglethorn if you can. Wetlands was pretty good. It was really quick and easy, and everything is like in hubs. Western Plaguelands is good, but I've just done it so many times. Arathi Highlands was okay, but it's very scattered there as well, so I do not recommend trying it. I just did it to finish it because I had never leveled in Arathi Highlands, so I thought I could just do it and get my achievement. Other than that, Northrend, Outland, whichever you prefer. I would probably have mixed it up a bit more than I did and maybe done like one zone in Outland, one zone in Northrend and stuff like that, not to just get so damn bored of just seeing Vrykles all the time. And just queue up for all of the dungeons that you can. Always specifically queue up for the dungeons you haven't completed quests in. Everything like that. It's pretty no-brainer, but overall I had a really good experience doing this, and like you can see, the transmog is absolutely amazing. My next one is probably going to be a Nightborn. I am not too arsed about the Lightforged Draenei because they just look like Draenei to me. Anyways, thought I could just ramble a little bit about my experiences leveling my Void Elf, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!